Alaikum wa rahmatullahi. I've been asked to talk a little bit about our fundraising requirements, specifically in operations. But before I do that, just a couple of minutes. We're in day 9, day 8, day 9, day 9, day 8, day 9. This is going to come and go very quickly. And the question you have to ask yourself, the question all of us have to ask ourselves, are we closer to Allah? It's a very simple question. It's no different than what Reagan asked in '84 in the elections, yeah? Are you better off 4 years ago than you are now? It's a very simple question, right? Are you closer to Allah than you were in the beginning of Ramadan? Same for last year, same for the year before, same for the year before. And if you're not, what is this about? It's a reminder. If you're a doctor, you get certified every year for your skill set. This is the certification for being a Muslim, right? And inshallah, every year we're making some incremental, we're a better Muslim, we're a better human being, every year than we were the year before. And we keep doing that, then at some point there's a shift, and there's a transformation. And all of a sudden, all those things that were important to you in dunya become, they're just not important. Or they're a lot less important. And that's what all of us should be shooting for and thinking about and being serious in this Ramadan, because there may not be another Ramadan. All of us, if you have an average human age, let's say man in the United States, 80 years, you're going to get 65 at-bats, 65 Ramadans. That's it. There's an end point. You don't get an opportunity again. The shaitan is locked. Your enemy is locked. There is no excuse. It's all nafs. It's all nafs. So do what you can. And it's not just reading Quran. If you listen to Sheikh Hamza's talk today, one of the other meanings of tilawat, right? It's not just hearing the Quran, it's also following the Quran, which means you need to understand the Quran. Okay. Now that is from an individual perspective, but I'm supposed to shift this and talk about fundraising. If you look at this community, mashallah, we're tearing apart at the seams. You really are, mashallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. However, if you look at, by the way, this year we're not doing any fundraising for construction. And we did not in 24, we did not in 23, and I think the last time we did that in 22. Okay. And until we can get a basketball court out there, we're not going to do any fundraising for construction. But inshallah, we will this year. But we are for operations. And I heard a conversation between Sister Humera, our president of the BOD, and some other people, like, we're not sure we have money to pay the bill for this month. It seems awkward. It seems bizarre. I kind of like, really? Now, it is harvest time. Ramadan is harvest time, and you starve before harvest. That's normal, right? But that's a real conversation that's going on. The request that Munir made, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, was $400,000 for operations. That may seem like a lot, and it is a lot. But the cost of just running this operation, I will use, is higher and goes up every year. It is not inconsequential. Now, $400,000 may seem like a lot, but if you break it down, can 100 families get $4,000 in this room now? The answer is absolutely yes. Does anybody doubt that? Seriously. By the way, I know there are people that can't afford. Alhamdulillah, make dua. I know there are people that don't have jobs right now. Let us make dua for them. But for the other 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, even 70%, who were engineers 10 years ago, are managers now, or are directors now, or are VPs now. Writing a $10,000 check is not hard. That's 40 people, $10,000. I know 40 people here that can write $10,000 checks. I personally know them. So, this message, heart-driven message, is not meant for everybody. For those of you that have money, and it's just itching you in the bank because you've just been sitting there for weeks and months, and last year it was there too, and it's still there. Mashallah, mashallah, give it to the masjid. It'll be the best money you spent. Jazakumullah khair.